Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to tell you about biography of William Faulkner. William Faulkner was born in the Little, Mississippi village of New Albany on September 25, 1897. He got a Christian name which was given by Murray Faulkner and Maud Butler Faulkner after his paternal great-grandfather, William Clark Faulkner. Faulkner soon moved with his parents to nearby Ripley and then to the town of Oxford. As the eldest of the four sons of Murray Faulkner and Maud Butler Faulkner, William Faulkner was well aware of his family background and especially of his great-grandfather, Colonel William Clark Faulkner, a colorful if violent figure who fought gallantly during the Civil War, built a local railway, and published a popular romantic novel called The White Rose of Memphis. The women in Faulkner's household had almost as great of an impression on him as the elderly men. Faulkner's mother and grandmother, Maud Faulkner and Lelia Butler, were passionate readers as well as outstanding artists and photography, instilling in him the value of form and color. As a youth, Faulkner was enthralled by drawing. He also enjoyed reading and composing poetry. School bored him, perhaps because of his remarkable brilliance, and he never finished high school. After dropping out, Faulkner began working as a woodworker and, on occasion, as clerk at his grandfather's bank. During this period, Faulkner met Estelle Oldham. She was well known and energetic at the time of their meeting, and she won his heart right away. They dated for a while, though she was already engaged to another man, Cornell Franklin, when Faulkner proposed. Estelle's parents recommended her to take the offer because Franklin was a law graduate of the University of Mississippi, and came from a well-known family. After being crushed by Estelle's engagement, Faulkner sought out a new tutor, Phil Stone, a local lawyer who was enthralled by his poetry. Stone offered Faulkner to live with him in New Haven, Connecticut. There, Stone encouraged Faulkner's passion for writing. Drawn by the European battle, he joined the British Royal Flying Corps in 1918 and trained as a pilot in the inaugural Royal Canadian Air Force. Phil Stone convoyed The Marble Faun, a collection of Faulkner's poetry, to a publisher in 1924. Faulkner went to New Orleans shortly after the book's 1,000-copy run. During his time there, he contributed several essays to The Double Dealer, a local publication dedicated to uniting and nurturing the city's literary community. Soldier's Pay was Faulkner's first novel, and it was released in 1926. He traveled from New Orleans to Europe in 1925 as soon as it was accepted for publication, staying at Le Grand Hôtel des Principautés Unies in Paris for a few months. He wrote about the Luxembourg Gardens, which were a short walk from his home, during his stay. Back in Louisiana, Faulkner received some counsel from American writer Sherwood Anderson, who had become a colleague. Anderson advised the young author to publish about his home state of Mississippi, which Faulkner understood better than northern France. The premise inspired Faulkner, who began writing about the places and people he remembered from his childhood, creating a colorful cast of characters based on real people he knew or heard about, which his great-grandfather, William Clark Faulkner, also. For his iconic 1929 novel, The Sound and the Fury, he invented the fictional Yoknapatawpha County, which is strikingly similar to Lafayette County, where Oxford, Mississippi is located. After 1 year, in 1930, Faulkner published As I Lay Dying. Faulkner's dictation of Southern speech became renowned for its accuracy and faithfulness. He also aggressively revealed societal concerns like slavery, the Good Old Boys Club, and Southern nobility that many American writers left out of the loop. Faulkner opted to write Sanctuary, a story about the rape and kidnapping of a young woman at Ole Miss in 1931 after much debate. Although it startled and outraged some readers, it was a commercial triumph and a watershed moment in his career. Years later, in 1950, he released Requiem for a Nun, a sequel that was a blend of traditional prose and theatrical genres. During this period in his career, Faulkner encountered both elation and heartbreaking despair. Cornell Franklin's former flame, Estelle Oldham, divorced him between the publication of The Sound and the Fury and Sanctuary. Faulkner, still in love with her, expressed his sentiments right away, and the two married within 6 months. Estelle gave birth to a daughter in January 1931, whom they called Alabama. Sadly, the premature baby only lived for a little more than a week. Estelle and Alabama is the subject of Faulkner's collection of short stories. Light in August 1932, Faulkner's next work, depicts the story of Yoknapatawpha County misfits. In it, he unveils Joe Christmas, a man of ambiguous racial makeup, Joanna Burden, a woman who supports black voting rights and is eventually gunned down. Lena Grove, a vigilant and determined young woman, searching for her baby's father, and Rev. Gale Hightower, a man plagued by visions. It was named one of the 100 finest English-language novels from 1923 to 2005 by Time magazine with The Sound and the Fury. Faulkner went to screenwriting after writing numerous outstanding works. With a 6-week contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer under his belt, he penned Today We Live, a movie featuring Joan Crawford and Gary Cooper in 1933. Faulkner chose to sell the rights to the picture Sanctuary, eventually dubbed The Story of Temple Drake, after his father died and he needed money. 1933. Estelle gave birth to Jill, the couple's sole surviving child, in the same year. Between 1932 and 1945, Faulkner worked as a scriptwriter in Hollywood a dozen times, contributing to or writing many pictures. He did it mainly for financial benefit, though, as he was unimpressed by the work. In the course of this period, Faulkner also various novels which included the epic family tale Absalom, 1936, the satire The Hamlet, 1940, and Go Down, Moses, 1942. The Portable Faulkner, released by Malcolm Cowley in 1946, reignited interest in Faulkner's writings. Faulkner wrote Intruder in the Dust 2 years later, a story about a black man wrongfully accused of murder. For $50,000, he was able to sell the movie rights to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. The most memorable moments of Faulkner's life was receiving the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1949. He was named one of the most prominent writers of American letters by the committee. With all of the attention, he received more honors, such as the National Book Award for Fiction and the Legion of Honor, in New Orleans, for collected stories. For the collected stories of William Faulkner, he earned the National Book Award in 1951. In 1955, Faulkner won the Nobel Prize in Literature and another National Book Award for his novel, A Fable, which is set in France during World War I. In January 1961, Faulkner bequeathed all of his main manuscripts, as well as a large number of personal documents to the University of Virginia's William Faulkner Foundation. Faulkner died of a heart attack on July 6, 1962, which happened to be the old colonel's birthday. In 1963, he received his second Pulitzer Prize for The Reivers, which was given to him unexpectedly. Faulkner left an indelible literary legacy and is still regarded as a respected writer of the rustic, American South, adeptly capturing both the region's beauty and its grim past.